Good, Ceann Comhairle. Minister, I want to talk about the challenge of climate action in the term of this Parliament. I'm pleased, but not surprised, to hear statements from representatives of other parties in this chamber confirming how urgent it is that we take action on climate change. No one party has a monopoly on the topic of climate change. I look forward to hearing the contributions of deputies in the remainder of this debate to hear their perspectives too. It is incumbent on us all, from all parties and political traditions, to apply our best thinking on how we can transform Irish society to radically lower our emissions. The task ahead is hard. It is so hard, it is almost unimaginable. It will affect us all, urban and rural, young and old, rich and poor. For decades, the growth of our economy and society has been predicated on the burning of fossil fuels. We know we need to reduce this reliance extraordinarily quickly. The science is clear and it is brutal and has little time for nuance. We need all the talents in this House and indeed outside it to make the necessary changes. Those of us who describe ourselves as socialists will need to bring our awareness of equality and our desire to make a fair society. Those of us who describe ourselves as capitalists will need to bring our awareness of the power of markets and enterprise to bring innovation and rapid change. Those of us who are Republican will need to bring our awareness of cherishing all the children equally, for it is our children who will have to carry the burden of our failures. Those of us who describe ourselves as technocrats will need to bring our awareness of following the very best scientific advice, no matter how uncomfortable our conclusions. And those of us who are Democrats, which is all of us, will need to bring our awareness of bringing people along with us. I will not attempt to categorise myself according to the political categories I have just mentioned, but I would say that those of us like myself who consider ourselves to be environmentalists need to bring an awareness that we do not have all the answers. We've left it too late. We do not have time to celebrate a vindication, and indeed we have made our own mistakes in the political response to climate change. We have to work with everyone from all political traditions to achieve action on climate. What we should not do is attempt to use the issue of taking action on climate as a proxy for other political battles. The battle is not eco-socialism versus eco-capitalism. The battle is harnessing both eco-socialism and eco-capitalism and combining the best ideas from both traditions in pursuit of our urgent need to leave a habitable planet for future generations. I am hopeful. I am hopeful because the Oireachtas and its members have already shown that it can be done. The Joint Oireachtas Committee on Climate Action was a cross-party committee who achieved an incredible amount of work, culminating in the publication of a 157-page report, which was incredibly comprehensive. I want to pay tribute to the different political groups in the Oireachtas who contributed so ably to that committee: Independence for Change, Rural Independence, the Labour Party, Sinn Féin, the Green Social Democrat Group, Fine Gael, Solidarity People Before Profit, Fianna Fáil, and the Seanad Civil Engagement Group. Each political group brought their own analysis of the challenges ahead and succeeded in working with others to achieve a consensus on the way forward. I think it was universally recognised that Deputy Hildegard Naughton did a fantastic job of chairing this committee, and I know she is not in the chamber this afternoon, but I want to really express my thanks to both Deputy Naughton and the deputies and senators who contributed to the report. You have shown us the way forward through hard work and intense cooperation. This government has indicated its intention to take many of the recommendations of the Joint Oireachtas Committee's report forward to legislation with a climate action bill, which will be published soon. I can confirm my intention, as the incoming chair of the committee, which will be examining this bill, that I will be working with all parties to interrogate this bill and make it as ambitious as it possibly can be. We have a tough task ahead of us. If we work together as government and opposition from our myriad of political traditions, we have a small chance of succeeding and tackling the singular and existential issue of our time. Gurmagad.
Very leaden for a genuinely philosophical analysis of the situation.